All right. Hi there, everybody. I'm Pat Martin from radio.com. Welcome to another radio.com check-in with my brother from another mother, Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach. Hey, Jacoby, how are you, bro?
I'm so good, man. So good to see your face, dude. I like this. This Zoom format's cool, man. When it's instead of just doing like the classic phone interview.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed doing these, man. So it's good to see your face, dude.
Yeah.
I like them plaques back there, dude. You got some dope plaques.
Yeah, I got a few, huh?
Dude, I got one coming. I got one coming to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, we just got certified gold with our song Help. And so
okay,
that's a big deal for us. We were super stoked. We just found out like a week ago. And so,
hey, I like your hair. You got a little gray thing going on. I don't think I've ever seen it like that.
Yeah, man. I got bored, right? I've been home and I just want to try something new. I'm actually I did it for this video, this music video I'm about to go shoot tomorrow. I did a song with Apocalyptica and we covered the classic song called White Room by Cream.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And so we got that drop in and it's been cool to get creative. And I just want to, throw a different look and see what happens. It started out like more blue, but then it's like a silvery, bluish, icy kind of, I don't know. It's working though. I'm into it. I'm cool with it.
Looks good, brother. So you're going to sing White Room.
Yes.
So I know I love that you sang Smoke on the Water with Carlos Santana. And you know what? I still to this day play that song.
I know. I hear it, dude.
Yeah, because people request it and I love playing it. It's a great version.
Oh yeah, man. It's a classic. That's why when Apocalyptica called me up to do White Room by Cream, I was like, because I remember doing Smoke on the Water and how cool and vibey it was to put my voice on a classic. And just another one of those cool opportunities for me to get in that realm and poke around. And I've been wanting to collaborate with Apocalyptica for years. They've done some great stuff. And so just what a great opportunity. And especially, I got the time right now to do that stuff. And so I'm taking advantage of it.
Hey, for you folks out there in radio.com land, it's a radio.com check-in with Jacoby. He did a guest spot on a Carlos Santana album with, various people singing with Carlos. And Jacoby was honored to be on the album and sing Smoke on the Water. And it is a kick-ass version. So if you've never checked it out, it's a really good song. Yeah.
Got to.
Hey, buddy, listen, you have yet another #1 rock radio song. Congratulations. How crazy is that, right?
It blows me away. It really does, dude. And from way back in the day, right, when we first, played the 98 Rock Fest and we were on the side stage and you guys were showing us love. And to start there and be where we're at 20 some odd years later and still be having songs go #1, I'm just like, when Jackie, our lady from the record label, hit me up yesterday and was like, it's official, it's certified, it's #1. And I just was like, I literally was running around the house screaming. And
all right.
It's just it honestly, Pat, it blows me away, dude. And, I know you guys have been massive supporters of ours throughout the years. And it's like, I greatly appreciate it. Cause it's like, I feel the love when I'm in Sacramento. You know what I mean? Like I'll be out and about doing stuff. I'm like, oh, I just heard blah, blah, blah on 98 Rock or blah, blah. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, dude, y'all are ripping it.
Hey, speaking of Jackie, I was just talking to her this morning.
Okay.
And her and I were trying to guess how many #1 songs you've had now on the rock radio charts. And she doesn't even know. Do you know the number? Because I don't. I'm going to guess it's around. You do know the number.
Yes, I do know the number. We've had 8 #1s in our career.
Okay. We were guessing around 10.
Okay, cool. Well, hey, dude, we'll get to 10. We'll get to 10. Yeah.
I think you got 2 more in you.
Hey, absolutely, man.
That's quite an accomplishment. I remember that track. The ending is the song we're talking about. And remember when you played me the Who Do You Trust album? That's the first song on the album. And right away, I don't know if you remember me telling you this. I said, there's a hit right there, dude. But you never got around to putting it out as a single from that album, did you?
Well, we in the beginning of the cycle, right? We were out, and that was one of the songs that we wanted to release. But the record label kind of had a different vision for this album, and we had toured on it for about a year and a half, or about a year, and then COVID came around, and so we all took a break, and obviously because we had to, and reassessed where we were at, and I got this opportunity to be part of a film, and that's what gave the ending a new life. And instead of just letting it fall by the wayside, the record company was like, we want to push this song. It's a great way to celebrate these 10 years we've had together. And it just, like you said, man, it blows me away that, here we are with another #1 song. I'm just like, yeah.
I'm very happy for you, man. I'm I'm proud of you, dude. You're such a great songwriter. And I've told you this how many times. I don't know where you come up with these songs, man, but you, one after another, you have these great personal stories you tell. And just another great song, man.
Appreciate it, dude. Yeah. The creative process is an ever-changing beast for us. I think it's something that we're always challenging ourselves to jump into new realms, new spaces, and try new things. And, the last 2 albums, we've been working with a new set of producers, these guys, Nick Furlong and Colin Britton. And they really excite something in the band. They really challenge us. They push us. They encourage us to just jump outside the box and try new things. And I think that working with those guys has really opened up a lot of possibilities for us as a band. And that's, sometimes later on in your career, you can get stagnant. Like I started to feel stagnant for a while and not as excited about making records. And not that I didn't like it, but it was just some of that, some of the dreamer in me started to die, and working with these young dudes reminded me of my young self. And that's why I was like, it awakened this thing inside me that was like, dude, keep chasing, keep dreaming. And that's where this music is coming from, is that space of getting back to that. Why did you start this thing? Why are you doing this? And it's a good place to be in as a creative.
Yeah, fantastic. Keeps you alive, man. Keeps you evolutionary.
Absolutely.
So I should mention that the ending, which is the #1 rock song in the country right this moment, is on a new album coming out March 19th, Papa Roach Greatest Hits Volume 2, The Better Noise Years. Now, Jacoby, did you ever dream in your wildest dreams you would have not 1, but 2 greatest hits albums? How crazy is that? Right?
I mean, it is crazy. It really is, dude. When I just let it sink in, right? It's the thing that I dreamed about when I was a kid. Not necessarily what greatest hits, like having that piece was at the forefront of my mind, but being a career rock and roller, somebody that had a legacy in music. And here we are, and we're celebrating that now. And I look back at when we started, and it's been such a journey. And this last year has been a cool year of reflection for us. And, I cleared out a storage unit that I had for 15 years, and I hadn't been there in a long time. And I was pulling out stuff. I saved all this stuff from the early years and was digging through photos and, different, tour laminate passes, and it brought back all these memories. And so it just seemed really natural to put this greatest hits piece together to celebrate this with the fans. And, we took a lot of time and care into creating the vinyl, the layout, the whole vibe of it, everything that's included within it, and the artwork, and picking the the way the vinyl themselves look. And I just can't believe it. It's almost laughable, what the fuck?
What happened, man? Crazy.
We're doing it, dude.
Yep. March 19th, that comes out. And it's got some bonus tracks on it, some cool little tidbits along with some. And a lot of the tracks have been remastered, like the ending, for example. Now, remastered means what? You take it into the studio and you EQ it and you You retweak it. Is that what that means?
Yeah, it's a process that's technology is always changing.
Right.
And the way that people are engaging with music is always changing, whether it's on your phone, whether it's on your computer speakers, whether it's in your car. And so there's mastering techniques now that are advancing to where it's like, not only is it going to sound dope on your car speakers, but when you put it up on this little guy, it still slaps. You still hear the kick drum, you still hear the snare, you still hear all the parts. And for us, it's cool to take advantage of the technology at our hands. And so it's just that next level of quality to the music. And then, as we dig deeper into this, we got a bunch of remixes done for some of our material. And EDM, the electronic dance music world, is something that we're all fans of. And there's a lot of really cool remixers out there that flip songs up. And we sent ours to Alonia and this other cat, Chemix. And it's always cool to hear our music. We'll split the songs down into the stems. Like, here's the guitar, here's the vocal, here's the bass, here's the drum, here's the tempo. Fuck with it. Have fun. And it's cool to hear our music come through a different lens. And that, and in this day and age where people are playlisting music and making like mixtapes or whatnot, it's like there's metal next to pop, next to electronic music, next to hip hop. People are listening to music in a really kind of mixed up fashion, And so for us to be able to celebrate that other side of music through our band is cool. And then we also put acoustic tracks on there, which is, I feel is really like a testament to the true artistry of songwriting and being able to strip away the loud, big bashing sound and get to the core of a song. And so to kind of celebrate those three different elements of what we do and what we love about music, it's a cool listen, man. This album's a fun listen, and the remix is slap. I mean, you're going to shred your car speakers if you turn this thing up too loud. Let's go.
Nice. So the ending is on the greatest hits, Better Noise Years, Papa Roach Greatest Hits Volume 2. The ending is on the album, and it's in. Let's transition into the movie, because I've been watching the trailer, and it looks so badass. How did the song end up in the movie, The Retaliators, and how did you end up in the movie, The Retaliators?
Yeah, man. So again, kind of just an opportunity for me to try something new, really and truly, with acting. And I got the call from management, and they put it on my radar, and I was like, sat on it for a couple of days. I'm like, someone told me, man, life begins when I get out my comfort zone. And that's, acting is definitely outside my comfort zone. I'm being on stage, loud on stage, right? Everything is amplified. All my movement, every expression, everything is just like, I want to project right from that stage. Whereas acting is a totally different art. It's very.
Do you think all the years you've done music videos where, maybe it's not a live setting, you're doing a music video, do you think that's sort of helped you evolve into that area a little easier?
I think unconsciously, most definitely, yes. I always felt uncomfortable when they put me in, like, we want you to do a little acting in this role. Especially in our song Scars. That was one of my first kind of, jumps into that arena. And what I learned is that it's the total opposite of the stage. It's in the subtleties. And so I got on the phone with the directors, and I was like, all right, listen, fellas, like, I'm terrified about doing this. I don't feel like it's really my lane. And they were like, well, dude, we've seen some of the stuff you've done in front of camera, and you seem natural. You seem like you get it. And I was like, all right. So they saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And I took the opportunity, and they coached me through it and gave me a lot of pointers and tips. And as I'm cutting this scene or doing this part, I'm like, I had this insecurity, and I was told the directors, I'm like, I just don't feel like I'm like getting it. I just don't feel like I'm there. And they're like, dude, shut the fuck up, get over here, watch the playback. Yeah. And I went, turn around, watch the playback. And then that convinced me. I was like, okay, I get that. I understand what you're talking about when you say the subtleties. It's coming across it's not overdone, not overacted. And, you know, I don't have a ton of lines in the film, but it's a really cool opportunity for me to dip my toes in the water and try something new. And I had a really good time doing it. And I was,
so your character is Brady Quinn.
yeah, Quinn Brady.
Quinn Brady, and I assume you're a bad guy because I've seen snippets of the movie, and you look like a badass dude. I mean, just watching the snippets I've seen, you look terrifying. You look downright terrifying, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it was a challenge, you know, to get into that headspace. I'm like, you know me, I'm like, for the most part, like a joyful, you know, try to light up a room type of guy, you know, who struggles with some depression on the side. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a dark, deplorable, disgusting, putrid human being. And it was cool to be able to challenge myself and get into that headspace and try that, you know, be that character. And I had a good time doing it. It's definitely something that I would be willing to dip my toes into again.
Hey, when you do a movie like this is your first movie you've ever been in, is that correct?
Yes.
So do you get a SAG card for being in this movie? How does that work?
Yeah, I'll get a SAG. I got that SAG card, boy.
Yeah, man, that's golden, baby.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Like I can vote in some of, like, you know, the award type things and stuff like that. And it's I guess there's like a union or whatnot, but I don't know too much about it. All I know is I got that SAG card, baby.
Yeah, well, it could lead to more parts a lot easier. Is my point, I think.
Absolutely.
Very cool. There's some other rock and rollers in this movie too.
Yeah.
Aren't there? Who else is in it?
So our friends in the Who, you know,
I love those guys, the Mongolian dudes.
Yep.
Yeah.
My Mongolian brothers, they're in it. My friend Spencer from Ice Nine Kills is in it as well. A few of the fellows from Five Finger Death Punch are in it. I can't think of any more.
Is Tommy Lee in it, or is he just on the sound?
I actually think to be honest, I'm not sure.
I think he's got a song on the soundtrack, I think.
Oh, Tommy, dude. Tommy.
I saw his name somewhere regarding the movie, but whatever. But
you got.
I can't wait to see when does the movie come out, Jacoby?
I believe later in the summer or early fall.
Okay, cool. So out there in radio and video land, this is a radio.com check-in with Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach. I'm Pat Martin with radio.com. And you are working on some new Papa Roach music as well. Like we were talking about, the evolution continues, and it does. So what's going on with this new material, which I assume is not coming out for quite some time?
So right now we're probably in we've got about 3/4 of a record finished.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Yeah. We took some time and we rented a house all together, locked in this place for a month. Everybody got COVID tested. Nobody left the house for a month. There was no in and outs. It was like we had food delivered. We had a friend of ours cooking out for us. And it was music 24 hours a day for a month. Literally, there was something happening at all hours. And this creative process, we got lost in it. And I find that it was time for us to kind of shake things up in that way, because the last couple records, we've just gone into the studio and just started writing. And I was like, Tobin and Jerry and myself and Tony, we were just like, let's do something different. And so this shut-in vibe really, it's like the farther you dig down creatively and you discover this piece, it's like, well, let's go farther down the rabbit hole. Let's go farther down the rabbit hole. And that experience for us really uncovered some rad sounds, some great songs, and just overall like a good bonding experience for us. Because, we've been doing this thing for years, and we really started to miss each other, being home, and, it's a family. It really is. Like, these are my brothers, man. I've spent a large portion of my life with these guys on the road. And so after we were home with our families for a while, it's like, all right, now we got to get with our other family. I miss my other family. Yeah. And we wrote some ill music, and now we're just putting the finishing touches on a bunch of it. And I got to tell you, man, this next era, this next phase I am beyond excited. I think it's some of the best songwriting we've ever done.
Wow.
I feel it's mature, but then there's this reckless wildness to it that it's just this duality of, styles. And, we have our first acoustic ballad we've ever done. And it's not like a, oh, honey, sweetie, sweetie, baby kind of ballad,
Yeah.
It's a song that just grabs you by the heartstrings and just toys with you. And it's just a super dynamic rock record that I think is going to blow people's minds.
I can't wait to hear it, brother.
Yeah.
I always love hearing your new stuff, man.
Yeah, you'll be one of the first to hear the new stuff. You'll have to roll down, and
dude, you're always welcome to debut that stuff on my show. You know that.
Come on, let's go, dude.
Anytime. But I know you probably miss being on the road playing live, even though technically you're on the road right now doing something, but you're not out there playing on the road. Do you miss being on the road doing live shows?
There's been moments lately where I'm really starting to miss it.
Yeah.
In the beginning of COVID, I was like so exhausted. I honestly needed a break. we'd been touring for 20 years essentially, and it took a worldwide pandemic to make us stop. And it was good for a while until it wasn't. And now I'm like I'm getting that itch. And I think it's really healthy, honestly, for me to miss the stage a little bit. And not that I was jaded and over it, but a break was definitely needed.
Right. No, I could totally see that, of course.
Yeah. And so now we're starting to chomp at the bit. We actually have a conference call coming up next week to kind of discuss what our entrance plan is going to be and just assess the situation, as to how we're going to approach this thing again. But I can tell you, Pat, like when it goes down, we are going to be back on fire.
Right on.
All right. It's going to be a banger.
Okay. Well, I know a lot of people can't wait to. Papa Roach Greatest Hits Volume 2, The Better Noise Years, comes out March 19th, 10 days from today. Jacoby, it's always great to see you. Good. Congratulations on the movie. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Because you look like a badass son of a bitch, man. I tell you. Yeah. And great to see you, buddy. Love you, man.
Good to see you too. Love you too, brother, man. I appreciate all the love all over all these years, Pat. For real.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Pat Martin from radio.com. This has been a radio.com check-in. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks again.
Yeah. Peace.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications from radio.com. While you're at it, why don't you check out some of our other great videos.